Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Ralph Michaels. Preston the Sports Cheetah and Bryan Leonard in studio. We're talking Big 12 football. Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. Oklahoma State off their first loss. Bounce back, Preston, or will they struggle going into Lubbock?
I think they bounce back. I think Texas Tech is a game I bet against Houston. Strangely, Houston, for about 3.5 quarters, could only muster up 10 points at home against the Texas Tech defense that's really still really bad. They subbed Allen out for, I think it's Potsma, the backup quarterback at Houston, and they scored on all 3 drives that he was quarterback. So not only do I think Allen lost his job, but I think it was telling that Texas Tech's defense isn't really that good. And now they're playing an Oklahoma State team that won't turn it over 5 times, has obviously the bounce-back mentality. And I will say, I went yesterday, there was a place in town that had them at 40-1 to win it all. I have the sense that Oklahoma State might just run the table through to the Big 12 title game, rematch against maybe Oklahoma or TCU maybe. And I liked it. 41, I thought it was a good price. So I obviously like Oklahoma State in this game, and I think they're going to bounce back.
Bryan, last year, these two teams played. Missed extra point on the final play, cost them the game. Last 4 times they've played, though, they've averaged 80 points per game. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a high-scoring series, and as Cheetah pointed out, this Texas Tech defense, you look at the teams that they played and you say, well, they're pretty good offenses, but as you pointed out, the Houston offense hasn't really got it going yet. Maybe with the with the quarterback change, they'll be able to do that. But when you have teams who throw the ball around, not only short passes, but the long passes, and a lot of times the short passes lead to long passes with some of these defenses in the Big 12, but you don't take much time off the clock. And that's the thing when these type of teams play, they're just going to go out and chuck it. There's not too many stoppages. So even though both teams have the ability to run, and the running games are pretty good, once you get that passing game going on, I see a lot of explosive plays in this game, and explosive plays mean points. And it's rare that I've ever gone over an 81 in a college football game. Hell, like college basketball at 81 is probably a pretty good game. But, yeah, I can't go under in this. We talked about that last week, and the beginning of that game with Okie State last week looked like it was a dead under. It still flew over as the game went on, so I'm going to play this one over this total.
You know, Preston, we've talked sometimes early in the year, you can't get high enough or you can't get low enough when you're making these lines. So, you know, is this one of these games, if they played later on in the year, you might think the line's higher than it is?
Yeah, I think the perception is just off of last week's performances on each side. I mean, I actually lined the game, I think, minus 12.5. So getting under 10, I think there is some value. In a couple months, you know, you could see Oklahoma State laying 13 or 14 if that was the case.
And the total could be 85, 86,
sure,
87,
absolutely.
the way these two teams play. Bryan Leonard is making a best bet call on over 81. It is Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. And this video courtesy of Score 10. Save $10 off any package at Wager Talk, an individual day, a 3-day package, or a 7-day package that expires this Sunday at midnight. Again, Score 10 at WagerTalk.com.